Welcome back, AHS. I'm Ryan Roberts.
And I'm Adrian Carroll. And this is
The REZ. Do you have friends?
Do you enjoy competition?
If you answered yes to one or both of these things,
then you're going to love what we have in store for you this week.
This week's episode is all about a little bit of friendly competition.
That's right. Have you ever wanted to see who would clean their room fastest when you were a kid?
Or see who could wash all the dishes the fastest?
Well, neither have we.
So that's where we stand. Luckily, we have a slave to the system to figure everything out for us.
That's right. Jeremy, didn't you go around asking this week's A-Walking question?
Yeah, I did.
I went around asking y'all what your best competition story was. This is what you ought to say.
My best competition story is my life, because if you ain't first, you're last.
If you ain't first, you're last. You know what I'm talking about? That phrase is trademark, not to use that tradition of Ricky Bobby.
Well, the time I got to go to nationals just because it was in Texas.
2011 in Orlando, Florida, my cheer competition, and our team scored second out of the 50 states.
Last year for TSA, I entered in one video project, and it ended up going to state.
Let's go Godly. We got area for marching band in 21 years.
This competition story is the fact that I had to practice something and I never practiced it. Go me!
My favorite competition story was last year at TSA. Colton Rose walked up behind them filming something for the last TSA episode and sat there and ate chips.
The bus ride.
She's brand new, but I can tell you when you do TSA, your favorite part is winning. And so when you get your project back and you saw that, hey, I'm going to state.
Those answers are great. Back to you guys.
Incredible.
Hey, want to have a competition to see who can read the rest of the script the fastest? Hey, Sebastian, how are Indians doing under this week's REZ Sports?
Stop. How about we don't do that, all right?
He may be the greatest athlete of all time. There is mustard on the lettuce.
The Lady Indians played Crandall last Tuesday and tied 3-3. Come out and support them. This Friday, at home against Salina, your Indians played Diamond Hill Jarvis and thrashed them 3-0. Good job, boys. That was an interesting combination of sports activities. Back to you guys.
Go Indians.
Hey, did you know that the school is competing to try to get more smarter?
I may have heard something about that. Isn't it called WAG or something?
Try again. I want to see how many times it takes you to get it right.
Does everything have to be a competition?
Yeah, but let's hold off for a while instead of wigging out about this.
Let's wig out for reading.
This is the 2017 Reading Challenge. Basically, you have the whole year of 2017 to read one of all of these things. Like a book you read in school, a book from your childhood, a book published over 100 years ago.
All three of those could be one book. Just saying.
I have not done any of this yet.
Really? I've already finished like half of it. It's not that hard.
Whatever. I can read more books than you, though.
I've already done half of it. I don't think you can...
Doesn't mean I can't beat you still. There's a whole year. I can read more books than you.
Except I always win, so I don't think so.
Except I can read more books than you.
Except you literally can't.
Wow, I'm impressed you got it right.
Excuse me, but I'm one of the most smartest in our class.
Most smartest?
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like you need to learn a little more. They say that learning can be easier if it turned into a competition.
Is that why I always lose?
Probably.
Well, tell us about some of the challenges contestants must overcome in the stressful world of tennis.
Here is Masterpiece Theater.
And now it's time for The Dump, where Coach Dumper welcomes you with open arms. And now here's The Dump.
Oh, hi. Dump here. I've been asked to talk to you today about competition, so I figure I better see what it really is. According to Google, competition, noun, the activity or condition of competing. Doesn't tell me much. An event or contest in which people compete. It still doesn't tell me very much. Now, I can hear English teachers all over America frowning, moaning, rolling their eyes because we just defined the term with the term. There's your English lesson for the day. It's kind of like asking what color's blue. Well, it's kind of bluish. Doesn't help. But we as humans, we compete at everything. We have our sports. Oh my goodness. Sports all weekend long, every day of the week. We have ESPN 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All sorts of sports going on out there. I prefer ESPN original. After the sports, we get into other things. We have less, maybe active sports. Rock, paper, scissors. I never win that. How stupid is it to compete at something that has no real outcome? Oh well. We compete at other things as well. Your parents compete with you. My kid's better than your kid, and I have a bumper sticker to prove it. But is your kid really better than their kid? I don't know. We compete with our grades. You as students do this every day. Teacher hands back a paper, and the first thing you do is look at your grade and then look at your friend and say, "What'd you get? Ha, beat ya." Well, maybe so, maybe not. But we compete in all sorts of things. We compete at things that don't really lend themselves to competition. There used to be a TV show called American Bandstand where we listened to new music and then we're asked to rate it. So you listen to a snappy new tune and then you give it a 45 because it sounds good but you can't dance to it. But this other song was a 78 because I don't even know why. How do you assign a number to music? Oh well. We have other types of things that we assign numbers to. Right? I went to the movie. What do you give it? I give it a 7 out of 10. Well, what's a 7? Ugh. But we tend to rate things and we tend to compare them to each other. There are some people in this world that take this competition to a new level. I want to be number 1 on the FBI Most Wanted list. Probably not the best competition to have. At any rate, competition can spur us on to do great things, motivate ourselves to be better than we truly were at the start. So let's take all the competitions that we have, like the number of students that get to class on time, and let's try to improve that number. And the number of students that have their IDs on, oh, I forgot mine today. But competition in general runs the world. We all do it, so be the best competitor you can be. Thanks, till next time, it's The Dump, and oh, by the way, I have the best nickname, so there's no point in having a competition.
Listen to The Dump. Welcome. Now, let's have a great year, Indians.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, let's see another competition.
A competition of questions and answers.
Let's learn something in Indian interview time.
They were singing, my, it's Indian interview time, where we interview some Indians and have a good time. So sit back and watch this interview time, 'cause it's Indian interview time, Indian interview time.
Hello HS, I'm Mallory Padilla on Indian Interview Time with Lily Bost, here to talk to you today competitions. So what is TSA?
Technology Student Association.
What are you doing for TSA?
I am doing animation as well as digital painting and a children's book.
Like, what are you doing for the desktop wallpaper, the animations, the children's book?
I haven't quite decided for my digital painting, but for my animation, I'm probably going to stick with something slightly simple because I'm just a beginner animator, but I've been practicing. It's probably gonna be a cat or something.
Mm. What about your children's book? What's that about?
It's about some nerd girl who's new to this school and some other nerd girl who has no friends.
Is that it?
There's other stuff, but I don't want to spoil it for you.
Oh, okay. What are the rules for TSA for the things you're entering in?
Oh, well, it's different for each category, but for the ones that I'm entered in, specifically animation, you can't have any copyrighted music, so you have to get permission from like actual artists.
For your animation?
Yes.
So you can do one with music?
Yeah, you can, but you have to get written permission, so like an email confirmation or something.
Can you do one without music?
Yeah, there's without sound animations.
All right, cool. Have you entered any other competitions?
Not recently.
No?
No, I was in debate once.
Oh?
Yeah. I actually went to nationals.
Really?
It was pretty good, but now I'm not good.
So that means you haven't won any competitions since you haven't entered any? Are you confident in the things you're turning in for TSA?
Yeah, I know there's going to be more experienced people out there putting out their best work, but I'm going to give it my best effort, and I feel that what I make is at least somewhat quality.
Will you be disappointed if you lose?
Slightly, but it just means I'll have to work harder next year. So it'll be inspirational or something.
Thank you for joining us in Indian Interview Time this week. Have a good day, AHS.
Infatuating.
Well, we've learned quite a bit today.
So now it's time for us to do something a little bit more exciting.
Now it's time in which we highlight the skilled,
The funny.
the silly,
And the competitive.
It's time for this week's Shenanigans!
We got a call from the school district. They have a missing teacher. They sent us over this video. Here, take a look at something weird.
Let's take a look.
So we've waited till nightfall. Let's go see what's going on in the school.
Let's go.
Alright, so it looks like that was the camera they caught the footage on from Graham. But I mean, if you look down here, we kind of got a little bit of a clue here. I think Graham's in a wheelchair. What do you think those are?
I think these are wheelchair marks.
That's the only thing it can be. Well, it looks like according to the ghost detector, he might be down there.
Guys!
Here's his room. Lights are off, door's locked. Looks like no one's been in here for ages.
Let's go check upstairs.
Sounds good.
Guys!
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Excuse me! It's hard to be an actor.
Let's go check it out.
Hey, look, there's a wheelchair here. And the board it says,
It says help, Marshall. It says help. This can only mean one thing.
Graham's still here.
Yeehaw!
Hey, do you like birds?
You betcha I do!
Well, that's great, because at the Ag Bar on Tuesday morning, there was a guy with a hawk. Let's see what he's up to.
Yesterday we had the Blackland Prairie Raptor Center here. In my wildlife class, we were going over our topic of birds, wild birds, ducks, and raptors and things like that. So we had the center come visit with my students, and they brought a couple of hawks, brought a falcon, and some owls to demonstrate what they look like, kind of their features and how they live and survive in the wild. And students had a great time and really enjoyed our time with the birds.
Wow!
That was a sick bird.
Yep.
Well, enough of the competition.
So big thanks to our sponsor, Tribal Tees.
For all your shirts,
hoodies,
senior pictures,
and graphic design needs,
see Tribal Tees.
Come join the tribe. And now another glimpse at competitive capitalism in the land of pipe.
Johnson County Pipe Supply is a family-owned and operated manufacturing company providing local jobs for over a decade. Our industry-leading position in the ever-growing construction industry is also seeking self-motivated, hard-working individuals with integrity. No experience necessary, just a willing attitude, and bilingual is a plus. So if you're looking to work in a year-round manufacturing, safe, friendly environment with competitive pay and full-time benefits, look no further than down the pipeline, just off 67 on County Road 209.
Tell them you saw this ad on the REZ.
An independent company of the Thompson Pipe Group. Must be 18 to apply, must apply in person.
That's all for this week, AHS. And until next time, I'm Adrian Kerr.
And I'm Ryan Roberts, and this is The REZ!
The Lady Indians played Crandall on Tuesday and tied 3-3. Come out and support them this Friday at home against Crandall. No. Okay, here we go.
Hey, did you know you're
just hitting that input button?
I'm genuinely
There we
considering
are,
selling
right there.
one of my kidneys to afford a down payment on my national
Nice. It didn't help.
You're gonna sell one of your
I'm going to sell. I have 2 of them.
so that you can have an air conditioner.
No, not, and a down payment on my car, Sebastian. How did you get air conditioning?
You want a better car?
Yes, I would sell a kidney to get a better car. I have 2 of them.
Does my car run?
I have 2 of them.
Barely.
Bruh.
Scripts are so much better. Oh god, I should have prepped this. Yeah, you're right, but it's better if you have a script. Anchors is so much easier than this.
This is the 2017 reading challenge.
I feel like you have to do that like with some space.
Oh, okay. What's this?
This is stupid.
I don't know
That's what
what
this
the hell
is.
I'm doing. Okay.
I've always been like a really good fighter, and we had this one guy that always used to fight. You're supposed to come in. Oh.
Hey, sports anchor. Oh, God!
Come on! Come on!
You said read it. I read it.